Hello and welcome in. So, for some of you, I feel like you have many masculine energies fighting over you. And this feels like more on an energy level rather than in the physical. But for some of you, it could be in the physical. I do feel like for the majority of you, these aren't people that actually know each other physically. But I do feel like this is a result of multiple timelines converging for some of you. Like, I feel like multiple timelines from your past, for whatever reason, are converging. And it's soulmates that you've had across many timelines. And it's basically soulmates from the past that are wanting a second chance for whatever reason, are wanting to come back in your energy, or wanting to be a part of your life again. And for some of you, I do feel like you may choose to go down a path with one of these masculines. But for the majority of you, I feel like you won't. I do see there's new love coming as well. But I feel like why this is happening is it's kind of giving you, it's almost like it's creating a clean slate for you to move forward. It's like these timelines had to wrap up or had to collapse or had to converge or whatever the word is for you to then be able to move forward with a clean slate, kind of like wrapping up old business so you can start something anew. And I do feel like there is somebody new coming into the picture, and you may have already felt this person's energy. And it is going to feel like a newer energy. It's not going to be anybody from your past. So this energy feels very different from any of these past masculines that may be fighting over you in the astral. I feel like this feels very light and very fun, and just a change, a well needed and well deserved change from these past energies that have been kind of heavy for you. So I do feel like for some of you, you're very sensitive and you're picking up on these past energies. And there is a message of trying not to let these timelines from the past affect what you're working on, affect your forward movement, trying not to let these past timelines pull you back into any of them, because I don't feel like any of them were for your highest good. They're definitely not your highest timeline. But because the energy is so strong and you are attached to these past soulmates, it may be easy at times for you to kind of get drawn into these past timelines. And the message is to try your best not to try to focus on your goals, your dreams moving forward, and the new, to try to not focus on anything from your past for whoever this is resonating for. And you'll know it intuitively if this message is right for you or not. So it won't be for everybody, but I do feel like you've been doing a lot of work, a lot of shadow work, especially. And I don't even feel like you know to the degree that you've been doing this work. I feel like a lot of nervous system healing has been happening. A lot of repressed energy is kind of coming up from the nervous system and being able to be released. And I do feel like it is allowing you to be on a new timeline where you're able to attract not only new love, but just a lot of abundance and a lot of new opportunities that you didn't have access to before. And you'll be able to tell if you're kind of on this new timeline because of the things that show up in the 3D for you. So if you're getting energy that's coming in as conflict or confusion or loss or grief or that kind of thing, if you're getting signs and synchronicities about the past or about any of these past soulmates or any kind of energy that's heavy, then you're kind of more focused on the past and focused on what happened in the past, or focused on a particular person from the past or what they have going on, or where they're currently at. And so that's why it's so important to be very mindful about where you're focusing your attention right now. really focusing on what you're wanting to build, what you're wanting to create, and you'll be able to see signs in your 3D that match that energy rather than anything from the past. So that's kind of how you can tell what timeline you're on. So, and I do feel like for some of you, there's a new job opportunity that's coming in as well, on this higher timeline. And I feel like it's going to kind of come out of the blue. You're not expecting it. And it's going to come in a way that's doesn't, wouldn't really seem like a normal way to get a job. Like, I don't feel like this is anything that you've applied for or trying to get. I feel like however you're offered the job, it comes as a surprise and you're not expecting it. So that is a message for somebody. Yeah. And some of you have been feeling a little bit stuck. I feel like some of you have been kind of feeling stuck and confused about how to move forward, or, what your purpose is, what work you're supposed to be doing, what are you supposed to be focused on? Because I do feel like, again, these energies from the past, these timelines from the past have kind of kept trying to pull you in, have kept you kind of in this confused state, or not really knowing which way to go, or, am I supposed to focus on the past and trying to heal things with somebody from the past, or am I supposed to focus on something new? It's kind of like been this very back and forth, not really knowing where to focus your energy. And I feel like the message is, if any of you are feeling that like that, the message is to focus on moving forward, not on the past. And so be very mindful if you do kind of get in this energy where you feel like you're confused and you don't know which way to go, or you're feeling like you're being pulled in all different directions. It's because of these past energies. And there's multiple of them for many of you. There's several masculine energies. For some of you, 4 to 5 to 6 energies. And they're projecting energy onto you. They're thinking about you. They're thinking about a lot of their own, how they're projecting onto you, basically their own insecurities, their own fear, their own guilt over what happened in the past, and you're feeling that. And so just be very mindful that that's not your energy. You are doing great, and you're in a much lighter energy. Your frequency is much higher than these past energies. So if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling confused, if you're feeling like kind of weighed down, or you're feeling any guilt or insecurity, or just any of those lower vibrational energies, that's not your energy for the majority of you. And so just taking some time to really get very clear about what your energy is from somebody else's, and doing what you need to do to clear that energy. You can do cord cuttings. Sometimes you have to do them multiple days in a row until that energy starts to lighten up. You can do clearings. You can, do affirmations. You can listen to frequencies, whatever your method is. And you're going to have to mix it up. Some things will work better at certain times than others. So just definitely mixing up the ways that you clear your energy, the ways that you focus your energy, your attention, that kind of thing. But yeah, it looks very positive. Like, this new timeline for you looks very positive. And I do feel like it's not about pushing or trying to force it. You're going to feel it. You're going to know. You're going to be very clear about which path to take. So just being open to that, and then focusing on that when that energy comes in, when that timeline comes in, if it hasn't yet. And for some of you, it has already. And so just continue to kind of keep your focus as best as you can. I mean, obviously, we're human, right? We're going to be pulled a little bit in certain directions at times, but trying your best to be very mindful about what you're focusing on, it's going to help you. All right, so I'm going to end it there, and I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.